It's Viewpoint on ITV, and we're going to be looking at the Edo 2024, the political system in Edo State, and the defection of political party members to other political party. And the outcome is going to be having on the forthcoming Edo State election. It's Viewpoint on ITV. Once again, I am Caroline Okonji.
First of all, I would say that members defecting from one political party to another is a sign of lack of integrity. Yeah, because you want to think of yourself first rather than thinking of the people, because it is the people that matters. So when you begin to act selfishly, then you begin to take yourself first before the people, and which is very, very wrong. And one of the effects it's going to cause is that it's going to allow for people who really do not mean well for the people to get themselves involved in politics. When you allow people to defect because of they couldn't meet up with their political agenda and they move to other party, it then means that when they get to this other party and they eventually get what they want, they can never function very well. They are going to be looking at what they can get first and their family. So that is why, for me, the best way to curb this menace is to ensure that the National Assembly come out with a bill that will curb the issue of defection. Because it's also going to allow for credibility. It's going to allow for people to be able to know that, yes, they have to put their house together and build their house, and rather than jumping from one place to the other. It's not going to it's not going to be well when people begin to move from one place to the other. So when the National Assembly set up a bill that allow you to stay in your party, then you will now understand very critically that you must, at a matter of all fact, you must remain there to build your party. So when things do not go well for you, you remain there to see how you can, correct those errors and then move on. So then it will not be people coming together to ensure that they build the party, regardless of whatever.
Because of the lack of political ideologies, the reason people are cross-carpeting anyhow they want. I have been in the United States or doing business in America for the past 24 years. I am yet to record 7 individuals moving from the DNC to the Republican convention, because their political parties have idea, and your own personal ideology must match with political ideology. In that, you cannot just cross from point A to point B. Here in Nigeria, because political parties lack ideas, individuals lack ideas, they are self-serving, so they can just move from one political party to the other. The Edo people are wise, they know politicians are liars, and they don't trust politicians anymore, so they would vote their conscience. So cross-carpeting will have little or no effect on who lead Edo State or come September 21st, 2024.
Political era as far as do 2024 is concerned. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think there's going to be any changes. When I mean there's not going to be any changes, so many people look at it one way. Irrespective of anything, every government have their own strategies. So when people are saying Obaseki did not work, and because of that, it's going to be a one way. You understand? As far as I'm concerned, I don't think the thing is still going to remain where it is, because why? As far as I'm concerned, I believe, irrespective of anything, the government is really doing its best. They say the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. We are 100% backward as far as this country is concerned today, because people read meaning or take it one-sided. To fight against Goodluck Jonathan, never knew that where they are going to is even more worse than where they are coming from. So I will urge all our people to take it very, very easy. Look at the person. Don't look at the political party. Look at the person in particular before we can cast our vote as far as this forthcoming election is concerned. So when it comes to the defection of a thing, if you look at the defection of a thing, well, look at the specific people that are defecting, and they only have one vote. Most times they want to defect, maybe the political party will give them some money, They will go and rent crowd. The people that don't even know before. Yeah, you see them crowd all over the place, opening their all those people their structures, and which they are not really their structures. So small people that are decamping today, they are only decamping just because of their own selfish interest, because of their self and their family alone. They are not defecting because of any other persons. So if you look at them, you cannot do anything that you want to do. So that's my own opinion. So I urge everybody to have the interest of the state at heart before the interest of any individual, irrespective of anything. So I want everybody to be very, very, very careful and look at it. Don't vote any political party at this particular time. Look at the integrity of that person that you want to vote for. Look the background other person look like, what you think that person can really do. What changes can the person really bring back to Edo State? That is the key. That is where I really want us to focus on, not individual, not party. I mean, individual. Let's look at that particular person that can really turn Edo State around for good.
I think Edo State election this year is going to be so unique. Unique in the sense that virtually the three major players or political party, as it were, that is the APC, PDP and the Labour Party, they all have internal wranglings. Some of them are already in court due to the outcome of their primary elections. And of course, the issue of defection is across board. It's not just peculiar to one of the political parties. It is every of the party is having their own fair share. Be that as it may, I think the effect is going to, from my own personal view, is going to be a tsunami, especially as it affects the two frontliners, that is the APC and the PDP, because there's always that competition between the two of them for the soul of Edo State, who we govern from the Dennis Osadebe house. From my own look, if the gladiators, that is those who call themselves political juggernauts, are raining storm and brimstone, threatening hell, and there is going to be likely a political apathy, voters apathy, by which a lot of persons want to stay indoor to avoid being victims. If the election is declared inconclusive by reason of pockets of violence here and there, there's likely to be a state of emergency. We don't wish for that, and I don't pray for that, but we want to plead passionately with all the players, both the sitting governor, as it were right now, from his own political party, that they should play by the rule. Let the election be free and fair. Let there be no intimidation. Let there be no harassment. And of course, the security agencies should also be fair enough. They should not take sides. We can take a clue from what is happening now in the River State. And we should be able to safeguard this democracy that we have come to receive. And some persons are still saying nascent democracy, but to me, it has come to stay. And every hand should be on deck to ensure that we all ensure that this election is free and fair.
You wouldn't expect the type of politics to play in Nigeria not to be expecting the issue of defection. Are you getting it now? At this point, people want to have reflection. They want to defect. They want to go back to their home. Some people want to come back from sabbatical leave. So it's what we should expect at this point. And Also, I was discussing with a political friend this morning, and we're also talking about integrity. You know, most of our leaders lack integrity. And we are talking about it. Do you know that this issue of defection does not really even dwell on the followership? It's 100% the leadership. Are you getting it now? You see them today, tomorrow, if they are not giving any portfolio, they decide to leave. Are you getting it now? And when they are giving, they are back again from sabbatical. When they are not giving, they are going on vacation. So it goes to show that our leaders mostly have this period are mostly the problem, because you hardly see followers like us moving from party A to party B. Are you getting it now? So it's for the very story of just, and plus or minus, it also have effect on the forthcoming election. The reason why it has effect is that as a leader, you cannot expect a leader now that is growing not to have at least maybe 10 to 15, no matter how poor he or she is, followers, because he might have wives, have children, have drivers, have cooks, and his own territory. If he cannot even win his center, likely his unit, it must have effect. That's why you even see that it's always catchy. The news, it breaks this news where you hear so and so person of this position decamped, and you see the party A, he or she decamped from, is celebrating. You see party B also celebrating. Are you getting it now? And it's actually the case of even some now you have not even decamping, also playing a spoiler role in the party they belong. We also have that presently in Edo State. Are you getting it now? Some also playing with the other party. Are you getting that? But still where the party he or she belongs to ID card. Are you getting it now? So it's the Korean Maggi of that give the political present situation taste during the cooking. That is presently what we are saying. After this time passes, you won't also hear about it again. Are you getting it now? This wave will move to Ondo. Are you getting it? Ondo is what is happening now. The next you start hearing defection is going to be Ondo. So it's one of those fancy about the politics in Nigeria. For some of us, it's not welcoming, because it's good you know a man where a man stands. Are you getting that? But to some people, that is how they get their repay and their payback during this period. You see them going on loan to one party after the other one coming back. Are you getting it? And you see that same party that the person defected from celebrating the comeback of that person, who he or she has also destroyed the image of that party during the sojourn to another party. That party coming back again, some will even go as far as carrying musicians, hosting reception for that person, just to welcome that same person back to that same party, which also might have even given that person the platform of where the person has climbed politically today. So it's not a very good scenario, but it's what we should expect because of the type of people that play politics in this part of the world.
Politicians' defection from one political party to another, to me, it might not have adverse effect on the election. To me, it's a regular and a routine exercise for politicians due to their selfish interests. When you see politicians decamping or recamping from one political party to another, it is due to their selfish interests. When a political party that they belong to cannot meet up with their personal interests, they tend to decamp or defect to another political party which they believe can meet with their needs. It's a regular exercise which to me does not have any effect on the outcome of the elections. There are other factors that could have either a positive or a negative impact on the election. But this aspect of politicians decamping or defecting is a regular exercise, and it's due to their selfish interest, because politics is a game of interest. So when their political party cannot meet up with that interest, they defect to another political party. Yes, taking a retrospective view on the administration of His Excellency Governor Godwin Obaseki, well, I wouldn't say he has done bad, neither will I say he has done well. But whether or not Godwin Obaseki have done well in the past 7 running to 8 years, it will be shown in this forthcoming election. The people will reflect his administration in the election, because if he had done well, the Edo people will want his administration by extension to continue. But if otherwise he have not done well, the Edo people are not satisfied with his administration, the Edo people will have no other option than to vote the ruling party out of power. But if we are satisfied with his administration, we want the ruling party to continue. I want to advise the political stakeholders, the players, the candidates, their followers, the leadership of political parties, and their members to be very diplomatic in approaching the activities of this election. They should avoid inciting the public, inciting their members. They should avoid invoking and invocating some obnoxious altercations that will prepare the political atmosphere in Edo State into upheaval. We have seen a situation whereby a supposed political leaders who ought to be preaching peace in this forthcoming election, inciting violence. So, as an activist, I want to appeal to the conscience of politicians and their followers and the electorate to be very peaceful. We want to have a peaceful governorship election in Edo State. An election devoid of violence, an election devoid of vote buying, an election devoid of bloodshed. We want to have a peaceful election. So, all parties should ensure they are very diplomatic and they are very peaceful in this forthcoming election, so that we can have a peaceful Edo State on or before and after the election.
Edo State governorship election is fast approaching, and whether we like it or not, there are several factors that will influence the election, whether positively or negatively. And talking about people defecting from one political party or the other, it's a usual thing for us in Nigeria. That's what we see all the time. But I think that the major political parties, even though we now have a third force, will have to have their members go to other parties and vice versa. It will always happen. So to us, that is no longer news, not a major issue. What is permanent is interest. What is permanent is interest. So you are going to find people moving from one political party to the other. What I am afraid of is that because of the, very harsh economic situation we are facing right now, I think money will basically have a major role to play. And we are praying that INEC will have the courage to, use their big stick on those who will be going about inducing people with finance. But I can tell you that it will play out, because an average Nigerian right now thinks of what to put in his belly first, and that will largely influence the decision they will take. So we should expect all of that. Again, we should expect that people will react to how they feel about the current economic situation of the country. And then you can also think that people who are going to cast the votes will come from the pool of those who are buying fuel at a very exorbitant rate, those who can no longer afford 3 square meals, those who cannot afford. Some people are withdrawing their children from the various schools they used to attend because they can no longer cope with that. And judging also from the fact that the federal government is still foot dragging as to whether they should increase the minimum wage, even though they are coming up with something that is not clear to any of us. So we think that will largely affect the decisions as it affects the next Edo governorship election. And you will agree with me that no matter how pretentious you are, you will understand, you are feeling it, that the economy is not working, and people are likely to vote in that direction.
It's a very sad development that political parties ought to win election by way of their manifestos and ideologies. But in the Nigerian context, politicians have no ideology. They are only interested in stomach infrastructure. They do not believe in any ideology. You see, the defection is not unexpected. It's all money they are looking for. They have no plan for anybody. In the olden days, in the beginning, political parties have their roots in their ideologies. Then look back to the Second Republic, UPN, MPN, GNPP, and what have you. They have ideologies of what they were pursuing. Free education here and there. Tell me, what is the ideology of APC? What is the manifesto of PDP? They will say, when we are coming, I have 5 days agenda, 7-point agenda. So when they are defecting, it's not because they join politics, it's not because they believe in what they are doing. They believe where they can benefit. It's unexpected. The best man does not win election in the Nigerian context. It's all about money. So you will see more defections will come. And it's not surprising, but it's a very dangerous trend. If democracy must survive in Nigeria, people must have ideology, pursue an ideology for the purpose of governance and for the purpose of the people. But for now, the people have nothing to benefit from the politicians. They are only interested in their own. I'm on there about it.
Okay, just quickly before we call it a wrap on Viewpoints, and to also react to what the respondents have said so far about people defecting to the political party of their choice. It is not, like they said, it is not about the defection to other political party, but the reason behind the defection. So I'm going to be saying that in as much as you're going to be defecting to whatever political party of your choice, let it be for the purpose and the interest and the betterment of the citizens. It's Viewpoint on ITV with my humble self, Caroline Okonji.